Welcome back, everybody, to the Off the Field podcast, episode number 3.
Big 3.
We did it. We made it another episode.
We're alive. We're here.
And what am I wearing?
You're wearing not just an Angels hat. You're wearing an Off the Field podcast hoodie.
Which means Off the Field has merch.
We do have it now, ladies and gentlemen. You should go check it out.
Yes, sir. I'll put the link in the description, and you can get a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mug, a sticker.
We made all that?
Yeah, I totally make everything. And a notebook, and a pillow, and whatever you want. You may notice 2-camera setup. You're seeing Mobo, you're seeing me. And there's also an empty seat next to me.
Let them know who the empty seat is going to be.
It is going to be probably the guest that most people want to see on this podcast, and that is Gabe.
Gabriel Smith.
Welcome. Take a seat, buddy.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Hey, everybody. Austin here. First of all, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Off the Field podcast. Myself and Mobo really appreciate each and every one of you that is subscribed, watching, listening, liking the videos. It really does mean a lot. What I came here to tell all of you is that we cut a bit from this episode because it was a long one. There's at least 40 extra minutes of content you can listen to in the audio version on Spotify. So if you want to do that, I have the Spotify link in the description. You can check it out, listen, watch the video. We appreciate all of it. Now let me get you back to episode 3 of the Off the Field podcast.
Nice comfortable couch here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling good.
Hope you guys enjoy the 2-camera setup. It's so far only going to last for this episode because we are borrowing Cowboy Jeff's camera, and this thing is only going to last through one episode.
Jeffrey, please let us use it.
Come on, man. You're not going to use it. If you want it back, we'll give it back. But like, if you're not going to use it for the time being, like, we'll make a good use out of it right now.
When was the last time you actually posted a video?
It's been like 8 months.
I still have my notifications on.
This is not the Cowboy Jeff episode. This is the Gabe.
It's the Gabe
episode.
Gabriel Smith.
A lot of people are gonna find out that I'm actually really just boring.
No, you're not boring. I would say honestly, I know you're a larger than life personality in Dodgerfilms. In all honesty, bro, you're probably one of the most tame people I've ever met.
Right?
You are you are so down to earth.
Dude, I swear
chill.
people think I'm crazy. There's 100% people think I'm crazy. No, I'm not. I'm actually really just chill.
Now, like I said, I think all the fans, the top 3 people they're going to want to see on this podcast is you, Bobby, Benny,
Andy,
and
for sure.
Andy. I honestly didn't think you'd be in episode 3. I thought
Right?
this was going to take a while.
I thought we were going to get
fast.
you by 10 or 11, bro. You're just you're busy as hell. You're younger than us.
I am busy.
And dude, you're dude, what do you got going in your life? Tell us.
I just got baseball, school.
Dude, how's that? That must be crazy.
Baseball and school. I get out at 2 every day, and then I just practice. Every day I just practice right after.
Well, before we go full dive into topics, I do want to say we're filming this at 1 a.m.
Yes.
We also just got back from softball.
Just a little late.
Which I believe is going to start ramping up again. So if you miss those softball games, I believe they're coming in mass amounts. Hopefully. Don't take my word for it. Now,
Put the notification
let's talk about Gabe. Gabe, you go to an academy.
Yeah.
Very prestigious.
It's like an academy, training facility. It can go by many names, but yeah, it's great. That's where I train every day.
From what I've seen, you guys have everything. You have cages. You have, it's escaping me right now.
Hit tracks?
Hit tracks. There you go.
What are hit tracks?
It's basically it just tells you how hard the ball is going and then where it's going.
Is it kind of like one of those virtual batting cages where it'll show you where it's supposed
to
be?
You can pick any MLB stadium.
No way.
And it'll show you your tracks of your ball.
Yeah.
Flying.
Damn.
You can see exit velo, all that.
Yeah. What stadiums do you like practicing on?
I like hitting in Fenway. Because it's pretty easy to hit over the monster if you hit it high enough.
What about Yankee Stadium?
Oh,
Yankee Stadium.
It's pretty easy there.
I haven't used that stadium a lot, so I wouldn't really know.
Really?
We use Houston a lot, Angel Stadium, Dodger Stadium, Petco. We use all those.
You did this in the middle of high school. What was it like going from you know, like a typical high school where you're just like a freshman, sophomore, junior, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You take your 6 classes, history, English, all that stuff.
Honestly, bro, like I'm surprised you like, dude, you're putting it down.
Yeah.
Like that
Right?
shit is culture shock.
And then going from that to a dedicated baseball high school slash
Wouldn't say high school. It's just
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Would you say it's more? Is it like more in the style of like a prep academy kind of thing, where it's just they hand you packets, but your main focus is just physical activities, being baseball?
so. There's a whole bunch of kids. It ranges from like kids that are in 6th grade to
No, they start that early,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, for
Holy
sure.
crap!
It is
Nah,
amazing.
These
how
kids grind.
It's amazing how fast they'll like point out talent nowadays. Like when me and him went to the BBG event,
Yeah.
there were kids who were already offered like scholarships or just, you know, like come visit our college at 6th grade.
You remember my boy Carter
No
from there?
way,
Yeah,
bro.
He got
He just-
Miami.
Yeah,
right?
just committed to Miami.
Yes, sir.
What grade is he in?
He's in 8th grade.
8th grade.
Dude, he did not commit to Miami.
He
at 8th
committed
grade.
to Miami in 8th grade. That's my boy.
Bro,
shout
what did I do
shout out
wrong?
to Carter. Shout out to Carter.
What did I do wrong?
It is unbelievable. In 8th grade, I was just
What were you doing?
worried about not getting detention.
Riding your longboard around.
Yeah, riding my little penny board over to my friend Bobby.
I was a nerd in band, bro. I was in band playing
You were in
clarinet
band?
like Squidward. Yeah. I mean, I was in band for
Clarinet?
many years. Yeah, dude.
On God clarinet.
On God, clarinet.
The amount
Okay.
of perks and opportunities that come with going there. First of all, I'm sure you get offered equipment, right?
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, equipment. I believe this was an opportunity that came to you through the school. The Dick's commercial you were in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I hit him up directly. I was swiping through Snapchat and it came up. I didn't
Yeah.
know that Gabe got in a commercial. And then out of like, okay, I saw one post and I was like, okay, cool. It's probably like an online ad, a picture, whatever. And then I see him just moving around, throwing the ball, fielding. I'm like, holy hell!
My buddy Ryan hit me up with the opportunity to do it.
The one that played with us?
No.
Oh,
it was one of my coaches.
I met
one of
him,
my
right?
coaches. Yeah, you met him.
Oh, okay.
He's like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, dude's like a
It's my coach.
freak of nature.
Yeah, he went to Indiana for college, and then he was a pitcher in the Giants organization. But anyway, what were we even talking about? I forgot.
The Dick's commercial.
Oh yeah, the Dick's
How you
so
went? Did you
I,
like have to audition?
no, so he ended up getting me the role, and I thought it was just like some small little thing. They were just gonna film with a little small camera. Then I show up, and there's just like this like British lady talking to me. She's like, "Okay, we gotta get you to set. We gotta get all your stuff ready, wardrobe." I'm like, "What?"
So it was like legit, maybe like, okay, he'd probably have a better idea.
I had a trailer, bro.
Dude, so it was like, it
There was
was
a
okay,
trailer,
like,
bro.
I know you guys
think they
obviously
have a-
posted up at a
in, like-
baseball, like, field?
No, the first day, so they were like, "Okay, we need you on your call time or whatever is like 5 a.m."
God.
And I'm like, "Okay, this is all the way in Pasadena." So we go, and then she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have you go to your trailer. Like you can get snacks or whatever." They had a guy dedicated there just for snacks. Like,
That's so
like
badass.
the
well, I
snack
mean,
guy.
you got a taste of it when you did the
That's why.
movies,
That's
right?
why I started
isn't that
smiling.
fire?
There's a
God.
whole table.
Get me in a movie.
It's just a
YouTube.
certified guy for snacks.
You got Dick's commercial. You got Santa Claus 3, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, I had the main part in that Grubs commercial that we filmed a while back.
True.
Grubs.
That was my.
I never
Break
saw it
time.
air.
I never saw it here either.
Never saw it after we filmed it.
That spit take I did,
That was great.
that was great.
Right in
was-
Cowboy Jeff's face.
Grubs
Dude,
is great.
I would not have let him do that to me. If it was
No,
switched.
I give him credit for letting you do that.
That was crazy.
They definitely got a better setup than the Off the Field podcast. Sorry we could not provide a trailer or makeup
Yeah.
or wardrobe.
The best trailer I could do is like my Civic.
cameras they had were insane. They were
Oh, yeah. They're like those
Massive.
shoulder ones, right?
no, yeah, they were just huge.
Like an RPG.
I had no idea it was gonna be that big. And then they did it for softball too. And then they had some UCLA softball girls do that one.
So what has your baseball journey been like? From like when you were a kid to where we are now?
I mean, now it's way more serious. I didn't.
Well, yeah.
I never thought I was gonna like play in college or anything. I just did it for fun. I think I was around like 5, and I played in this like church league. Yeah, it was like this
What?
church
Well, actually,
little league type thing.
I played
It's called Care Youth League.
I played basketball in a church league.
Speaking of that, I played basketball in church league, so it was supposed to be me. It was supposed to be me and my 2 other friends. We were like best friends. We were like the 3 amigos.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to play it, and I was like the best one. And then they ended up having me go up to the higher division, and I left my 2 friends in the lower division.
They did rules weird there. I feel like everybody that the one I went to never played basketball. We didn't do free throws.
I was still
What?
terrible.
We didn't do free throws. Like when we got fouled, we would take it out of bounds and pass it.
I mean, it was little like 8-year-olds just running around throwing the ball.
It was weird. Started in a church league.
Yeah,
for
and
baseball.
then I ended up going to Little League, and I played in, I think it's called Minor B.
Minor A, minor B.
Uh,
We had the same thing.
It was something. So
Yeah.
it was still coach pitch though.
Okay.
And I remember, I think I had like, there was no fence, so I had like
man
9
was
in the
going
inside.
ham.
Like I had like 9 inside the park home runs.
Stats were crazy, bro.
Like I was putting up numbers, man. I was putting up numbers, dude. And then so the next year they had me go up, and I was just terrible. Like I went from straight coach pitch to, so I went from like minor B or whatever the lowest one is,
Yeah.
to straight like majors.
Okay, at that
So
point,
just grown kids,
Does
12-year-olds.
does it go like coach pitching to you to T-ball and then like live pitching, or is it T-ball,
It's
coach?
T-ball.
It's like T-ball,
Coach.
and then coach, and then there's like, I think it's mine. I don't even know, bro. It's just where kids are throwing you, but they're younger, so it's like way slower.
Would you say it's kind of like on the lines of pony ball?
There's minor B, minor A, and majors. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Little League, well, at least where I played, Little League and Pony Ball were just like competitors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they're not like levels.
I don't even remember. Yeah, I think it went minor B, minor A, majors. So I went from straight minor B all the way to majors, where 12-year-olds are just throwing gas. What it looked like. I thought it was like 100 miles per hour, man.
I feel so rude. Gabe's water. Do you have it?
Oh yeah, Gabriel, you have a water that just spawned in. Here you go.
That's your water.
I don't know if I want that water. It just came out from under him.
Well, to be fair, it was by my side. It was by my side.
Yeah,
I looked at our waters and I was like, we didn't give our guest our water. It's our 1 episode thing. We have to make it a 2 episode thing.
I mean, we got it going now.
Church league, little league, then high school ball.
Hold on, we gotta go back to Little League. So my first year, was probably the worst thing you've ever seen. I was just a super tiny kid that went straight from coach pitch, and then all of my teammates probably hated me because how bad I was. I was on the White Sox. I remember this. My first year, I was tiny.
Damn.
Every at bat, I just struck out. It was the hardest thing to watch ever. So they ended up throwing me in left field once, and I made like a diving play, or sliding play, or whatever. And I just didn't even care that there's people on base. I started holding up the ball. I was like, and then you just hear everyone, throw it in!
Bro, some coaches can be brutal. When you're that young and the game is just fun. I made my all-star team and I struggled for the first month. And then I got a triple, finally, because my mom told me to switch my bats to another bat I had. And then I got the third and I was like, I got a hit. And my coach was like, focus. And I'm like, sorry.
Bro, how old were you?
Like,
My bad.
Like 13?
You're 13 and your coach is writing you for getting a triple?
Like
Focus up. Like, bro, you just...
finally like getting something done for the team. And I'm like, I did something. And then he's like, focus, pay attention. And I'm like, dude, fine.
Oh, that's actually a good question that I have now. Gabe, you, like, with the way you're, like, processing everything and the way you've progressed, would you say it's the majority that a lot of adults take it a little too seriously from that competitive standpoint?
I mean,
You know how it is.
I
Like,
think
it's just literally a bunch of kids having fun at one point.
At a certain point, it really just becomes,
A whole different game.
yeah. And it's just, it depends on the kid and how serious he wants to take it. And if he's not dedicated to it, then you'll see it.
Somebody
you'll
else
notice.
is working harder.
Yeah, there's always someone else working harder. So, I mean, it's tough because I don't really have parents that are super like tough on me.
Yeah.
So I don't really like know. Like I know a lot of people. Some people have like strict dads, like they're on them 24/7.
Some parents live through their kid. So if their
Yeah.
kid's not putting in all that work, they're like, you're failing me.
But then it's like that's how they just end up losing love for the game.
Okay, now I got a good question for both of you. You, from the passive side, how often would you see like parents blow up on their kids, like either for not hustling or just
that's why if you don't have the skill level,
yeah,
you stop because it gets you either just suck,
yeah,
or it just gets too like he's right. There's a level where it becomes crazy competitive, and you either got to commit it to life or you're not playing.
Yeah. For me, I didn't play like travel ball when I was like 13, 14.
yeah.
So like that's where it gets like really like all these parents, it's all big and stuff. I never played travel ball until I was I think 15. I played on like it was a group travel team that like was in my middle school. So it was just my friend's dad and he's got a whole bunch of players and we would play. And it was just like extreme diamond, these terrible tournaments. But
yeah. I played pony until I couldn't anymore, but I did play one game of travel ball to see if will I make it in travel ball. And they put me at first base, and I think 3 of the players had scholarships to Oregon. And I was like,
bro, what?
I was like, oh my god. And the second baseman, I remember I was playing first, and it's a ground ball, and he lasers it at like 90 to me, and I'm like, chill.
How old were you?
Bro.
Like 15 or 16.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, he's still all the way over there. You had time. You did not need to do that. I caught it, but it was like the ball found me. I did not find the ball.
Damn.
So I went from Little League to I like took a break for like a year or two
And
or something like that.
when we go through this journey, when did Dodgerfilms come in? When did you get there?
I started Dodgerfilms when I was 10, like about to be 11.
Dude, 10?
So Little League.
I was in Little League.
Oh, okay.
Still. I remember, yeah. I think it was my 10-year-old year that I had hit a home run in All-Stars. And it wrapped around the pole and they called it foul.
Oh.
And this was we would have took the lead. It was like a 3-run home run if it would have counted.
That's crazy.
And they didn't call it till I was like already almost rounding second.
That's crazy.
They waited that long?
And dude, this was one of the farthest balls I ever hit when I was a kid. Like it was pissed on. It went into the houses behind. Like it was a bomb.
I wish you played Little League or organized baseball, because that first home run in competitive play, where it's not just a friend throwing it down the middle, that's like one of the best feelings ever.
I got my lick back though. It was like the next game, and I hit like a walk-off home run because we mercied them. So I just like I was that 10th run home run.
They're like, I'm going to end you now.
If you're running the bases, you just see everything fade to black. It's just game has been called due to mercy rule.
Yeah.
Was that your first over the fence home
Yeah,
run?
that one was my first over the fence home run.
Dude, I remember mine was a grand slam, and my friend, or not, my teammate, he only was my friend when I was on that team. You good with the mic?
Oh yeah, I'm just switching hands.
He was the runner on second. He got dunked in the head to get on base.
Damn.
And Bobby, who I'm still friends with, was also on base. And it was a grand slam on the Dodgers. It was my first home run. How many teams did you play for Little League?
I was just on the White Sox the whole year.
Yeah, I remember my goal, and I achieved this goal, was to never repeat teams in Little League. I always had my fingers crossed that I never played for the same team because I always wanted a different uniform, and I did it.
But I had a cool coach though. So my coach ended up leaving after my 9-year-old year, and then I got a new coach named Ronnie. Shout out to Ronnie. He's probably
We love you, Ronnie.
Ocean View?
nah.
Not Ron Dog.
Oh, not Ron Dog.
Coach Ron.
But Ronnie.
He was Coach Ron, and he was a player's coach. He was cool. He was like short, stubby, low key, but like he's had a whole bunch of tattoos, and he was just super funny.
Was he like that baseball guru to you?
He just made the game fun.
That's cool. That's actually
all
badass.
all the other coaches they really wanted to win. It seemed like he always trusted me. He was like, "You want to go play second?" I was like, "Sure."
And
I'll
a
go play
reminder.
second. You want to play short? Yeah, sure.
He was 10.
Bro, okay, like now this being 10, would you say the pressure that like coaches and parents put on kids, I mean, you play with the kids, would you say the people that got pressed on a lot by families and peers would perform better than the people that were, like you said, the ones that really wouldn't take it that seriously and they would try to have more fun with it?
Yeah, but I was never that standout player on my Little League until I was, I think, 12-year-old year. Like I was never that guy. So I mean, I liked it because it wasn't pressure on me. It was always pressure on the older guys. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once you got older and you realize like, I really gotta like help this team win because if I wasn't here, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how far we would be because that's how it was my 12-year year. I was really carrying. I was out for the half the season and I still had 7 home runs.
Damn.
A fun story I want to tell about how I was saying I never wanted to repeat teams. I'll go in order. I was Angels, then I was, I'm not going to say because it was the name of the city that I live in. So it was Angels, City, and then in my little league we were only allowed to use skinny bats. So
that's right. You didn't get to use like the fat ended ones, right?
Well, like just a normal bat like, with a barrel. And so then my friend Bobby was like, "Hey, and Pony can use barrel bats." And I was like, "Really?"
Those big barrels.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Big barrels. And then I was like, "All right, I'm going to Pony." So I went to Pony, Dodgers, Giants, Red Sox, Cubs, and then my last year, the coach that was the coach for the Cubs team was coaching again, and every year you can freeze a player, like so I don't have to try out. He'll just be like, "I know how you play. I want you on my team." And he hit me up and he's like, "I want to freeze you. I want to make you my freeze for the next season." And I was like,
"Okay,
what team are we gonna be?"
Oh, yeah.
And if he would have told me a team that what I had already been, I would have told him no.
Damn. You're like, I know what I want, so let me know what it is.
I didn't tell him that, but he literally came to my house, came to my front door.
Okay, that's weird.
And told me, well, I had spent the whole season with them, so I knew him.
Oh, okay.
And
you're not going to know. I really want you, buddy.
I want you. I'm gonna freeze you.
Like I said, he was my Cubs coach, so he was like we knew each other, and then he's like, "I want to freeze you. Do you want to be that player?" And I was like, "Phillies," and I'm like,
"Phillies.
Haven't been a Philly, so let's do it." And then I found out my other friend who played in the league with me, who I talked to like outside of the sport, he also played, and his dad was a coach. And he's like, "Damn, we were going to take you. We could have been on the same team if you didn't freeze." And I was like, "What team were you guys going to be?" He's like, "The A's." And I'm like, "We could have played together, and I could have been on a team that I hadn't been." Damn it. Yeah. So I made it all the way through without repeating a team. And I was like, yes.
I played straight on the White Sox, man. Did you guys have like cool jerseys in Little League?
I think I have some in there.
You know who had awesome jerseys was Dallas, bro.
Oh, did he have like baby blue? Like,
dude, the baby blue Philly.
Yeah, blues. Like what?
You know the Little League jerseys that bug me? I hate, and like most Little Leagues have them. The ones that have like the circles that like fade up.
Oh yeah,
the colors
those suck.
The what?
I'm so glad I've never worn those.
They're terrible.
I had some dope ones too.
We had good ones. Like my Dodgers one had like. It's like it looks like the Dodgers and it's the logo, but it was all blue and it said white Dodgers.
We had like sleeveless ones.
The hell?
There were sleeveless White Sox ones, and then we had pinstripe white pants. After Little League, I think I tried playing for a travel team and it was just a disaster.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to middle school, right? Mm-hmm. And just like fast forward, I didn't really play a lot.
Yeah.
So then I was like looking for a team, and then. Since I did Dodgerfilms, like some of these kids knew me. And by the way, I never knew how good I was at baseball. I never knew like how popular I was, whatever. So it was just like I went to middle school and I went to some small school in the mountains and no one knew.
I think I'm gonna. It snowed at your school, did it not?
Yeah.
No way.
I went to school in the mountains. I would drive up the hill. And I would go on a bus. And it was like sketchy too. Sometimes it would like snow and this bus is just low key sliding, bro. The bus is just low key sliding down, and it's just every kid's praying. But yeah, so I went to school in the mountains.
God. Here's a question that I think you kind of brought it up, but you're the first kid that was like a kid when we started.
Yeah.
What was it like? Like I'm gonna ask the same thing to Kershey, and I should have asked Javi when Javi was here. Yeah. What was it like? Because we blew up in like 2016, 2017, and you were how old?
10.
So you were 10.
Dude.
And You were blowing up. What was? I was 19, so I was in college. Nobody in college was gonna know who I was. You were how?
Dude, me and Cap were in high school.
Okay, so both of you. So you were in high school and when this was getting big. What was it like for you when you're blowing up and you're a kid in middle school and the people watching us are a majority your age?
Literally kids.
I went to a school with 100 kids.
100?
It's a school in
There's
mountains that snows.
Oh,
dude.
There was
The
around
mountain
like
school.
most of the kids lived in the mountains. So and then there was like some that would like drive up the hill, but it was like so like I never really got treated differently or anything. Like the only people I think the only people that actually knew were my two best friends, Bodie and Matthew.
And did they only know because
Shout
they
out to
were your
Bodie.
Yeah, I would tell them and stuff.
Oh, okay.
In the mountains, 100 kids. Sketchy
You know
ass
what?
drive up the mountain.
My mom wanted me to go to kindergarten up there. So I specifically remember this. She took me up, and then I guess they were full. It was like insane when a new person came the next year.
Would you
They were
guys
like
just,
the talk of
bum
the
rush
town,
them and
bro.
be
They were
like,
like, hey, you heard of that person that came?
Everyone knows each other, right?
Yeah, everyone knows each other. Everyone's sick of each other by 5th grade.
That reminds me, my ex that I dated in high school in senior year, she went to a different school.
Oh my God, here we go.
She actually did. And so I would get out an hour earlier than her. So I was like, I'm just going to go to your high school and just hang.
That's right, you would tell me.
But
do you
at
not
this
get caught?
high school, the principal knew everybody.
Yeah.
So if somebody was out of place, he knew it. So I was just, and my other friends also went there. And so I'm just with her and I'm with my other friends. And then the principal sees, and I brought a backpack too to blend in.
Oh my God.
And then
Man broke
What
into a
grade were
school
you
to hang out with his
What
girl.
grade were you in?
a senior.
Oh my goodness.
Then he just comes up to me and he's like, do you go here? And I'm like, yeah.
You know he didn't buy it
said.
for one bit.
And he's
bro.
like, no, you don't. I know everyone. And I'm like, yeah, I don't go here. And he's like, well, you can either hang out at the baseball fields till school's over because that's technically not school property.
Yeah.
Or you can go get a note and you can stay here through the remainder of lunch. And then I was like, I'm going to get a note because there's only like 5 minutes left of lunch.
Yeah.
And I got a note to be in a class.
Oh,
So I sat
golden.
in my ex's class with her for her last class, and it was music class, and that day they happened to be watching a movie. So we just watched a movie.
That's fire.
And I was just like, I don't go.
That's
And
fire.
then cuddled in class with his boo and was like, yeah, I don't even go.
Okay, so you finish at that school, and then
And then, I was like, I was tired of the school. I was like, I want to make new friends. Like,
Yeah.
I love Matthew and Bodie, but like, I think Bodie ended up leaving too.
okay.
Wow.
So Bodie went to a different school, and I went to a different school, and then Matthew was just there. He was just there for 7th grade. So, can I say the school I went to? No, probably not. Huh?
It's up to you.
This is-
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not.
The mountain school.
So I didn't realize how like big I was until I went to this middle school.
Oh,
Like,
so
I
it
didn't-
hit you
I
like
didn't- I
at
didn't-
that point.
To me, I wasn't shit. Like I didn't even think people watched. Like I just didn't think it was.
What was
like,
your idea of Dodgerfilms, like you being that like 11, 12-year-old when you're going
Also-
into
That
middle
was
school?
scary, bro.
Also, I assume you obviously found out about Dodgerfilms through your own.
Yeah, because I would always watch on the family computer in the living room.
Really?
Yeah, and my mom would always hear it. She'd be like, "Turn that shit off." It's so loud. Because he would always scream. Like, he would scream. Like, because he would catch some runs and Bobby would just scream. So
What did he catch him and go like, Dodgerfilms?
My
Yeah.
mom literally hated it. She hated it so much. Because we're in the living room. My mom's trying to like cook or do whatever. It's just I have it max volume. Bobby's just
Benny!
Bobby's just
And
breaking.
welcome!
Bobby's just breaking the speakers. But yeah, so I go to middle school. I don't even remember how I made friends. I think it was just I was like I walked in so confident, like I owned the place. To be honest,
Damn.
so I ended up making friends, and I was friends with most of the like 8th graders, and I was just in 7th grade. And then it's just because people knew who I was, so I guess they were just like, all right, sure, we'll be friends.
Were you laughing because you saw what I was doing?
Yeah, I saw
Well,
He just deadpan like,
While you were telling your story, I was just looking directly into the center
I
of the
saw
camera.
the viewer's soul on that one, dude.
Well, I wanted to see in those 15 seconds if anybody was like, what is Austin looking at?
I caught it immediately.
Do you remember like a first story and you're like, whoa, people know who I am? So when you arrived at this new middle school, do you remember like a first story where you were like, whoa, people know me?
The first one happened with this girl. So I think it was the first day, and we got our little like notebook that you would have like you'd write all your homework down there.
Oh, like an agenda.
Yeah, an agenda. That's what it was. I don't even remember what it's called, man. So this girl was like, she played softball now. Now I know. So she played softball, and she walked up to me. She's like, "Oh, hey, like, can I see your schedule?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh, that was always the best.
You can see my schedule, and she wrote her number in the notebook or whatever. And I was like, that was Riz, bro. She
rizzed you.
She rizzed me up, bro. And she was pretty too. Like, she was pretty and stuff.
The queen of Riz.
So, like, I didn't. This is middle school.
This is what it's really like.
Hey, yo, it's a movie now, bro.
No, yeah, and I had a good day too. Okay, and this is 7th grade, so I didn't have like my terrible like haircut. Like I was clean, bro. I was looking clean.
Dude, no, you'd walk with the faded top, right?
No, remember when I used to have like just
you had the kid from Hey Arnold. What's his friend's name?
It was just terrible.
You didn't have the Kodak at that point, did you?
No, I had like just one. It was just one wick.
It was like a block.
It was just one like, and it was bad. I was looking good for my first day.
Hey, it works.
So it's just I made a couple friends. And then it's just like blew up from there. Then I joined my friend's like travel ball team.
Yeah.
And his dad was a coach. So I played with them until I was in about like 8th grade. And then that's like going into freshman year, I joined the Dukes. And that's when like baseball got like serious.
You were owning our games like you started to, and then you started to play high school ball. So everyone already saw you as like this, like he's a prodigy.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was when I was
that.
young, like it was terrifying. Like I felt bad like playing.
I mean,
I didn't want to like make anyone mad that I was just like a automatic out or anything like.
I'll give him. I can say that he's definitely telling the truth on that because like at Dodgerfilms when we play, he's been like, I hit too many homers. I'm just gonna try and hit hard grounders at people.
Yeah.
You try to find other ways to have fun.
No, yeah. So it's just like I did feel bad that I'd be like an automatic out.
Yeah.
High school ball now, right?
Yeah.
And you spent 2 years of that high school playing baseball?
Yeah. I actually played football my freshman year too.
Oh yeah.
And it was super weird because it was COVID.
I would love to know how many teachers during the COVID Zoom era just wore work up.
Oh, dude,
That'd be weird because I had a lot of girl teachers.
Dude, I heard a lot of people across the board were doing that, like office jobs, like high-level executives. I would too. I don't blame them.
I'd be
Like, hey, put on a polo.
Bro, if all I gotta do is put on a
naked,
shirt and go to my desk, you're not seeing my legs.
Okay, but how hard is it to really just put on shorts?
Bro, if you don't have to, you don't have to. Well,
Bro,
yeah,
this guy's trying to free ball it.
My man is in the new.
I do that.
Recording these YouTube
I'd wear
videos.
like my nice button up and tie and be like, "Hello, class." Meanwhile, I'm wearing my Laker shorts down below.
I thought you were talking just about being like just butt booty straight on the
No.
straight on the chair.
Is that what you do? Are you butt naked filming these YouTube videos
When
you're
I
on the road
edit
to the
them,
show?
yes.
Nah, bro.
Wait, is that what Bobby does? Does he film butt naked?
Nobody wants that thought.
Bro, come on, bro. No. Ew, no.
So,
It's 2 a.m.
so we get through your 2 years of high school ball, and what made you finally be like, I'm gonna go from my normal high school to this academy? At this high school, do you do like a...
Yeah, I mean, I do online school out of a high school.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, my college...
It's just like some ghetto ass high school. I'm not gonna lie. So you remember Rocco, right?
Yes, sir.
Rocco Caballero?
No, Rocco, the one.
Oh, the one that
I
played
bring to
baseball with us. Yeah.
So him and Vaughn would always tell me, "Hey, just like come try out for Dukes," and I never thought I was good enough. Like I was literally scared.
Dukes was your high school team, wasn't it?
No, Dukes was like the first travel ball team that was like serious.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
So they were like, "Oh, just come join Dukes, whatever." Because like I would see them playing like these like low JUCO teams and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to play them. Like they're super good. I'm not good enough. So I ended up trying out, And I made it instantly. He was like, "What's your 60 time?" I was like, like 6'6". He was like, "Okay." And then it went up from there. I mean, I never thought I was good enough. Like, I was always down on myself, honestly. And then like I realized I was strong enough, I was fast enough, and then it just took off from there. I mean, he was like, "Oh, what colleges you like?" And I was like, "Oh, I like this one, this one."
So was Dukes?
Oh my god.
Did Dukes like have a connection with the academy?
I don't think, not then.
Okay, but now they do.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Not Dukes.
Okay, so you went to the travel team. Sorry, I just realized I'm not talking towards my mic. These headphones really do magic. Basically, what I'm trying to get to is how'd you get to where you are now?
So, I played on the Dukes until we moved from Dukes like a couple months ago, and we switched to BPA. But it was like the same exact team from Dukes.
Okay. And then all you guys just train at...
Not all of us. I mean, most of them go to different high schools, but
okay.
Now it's starting to be a lot. A lot of people keep transferring in, but...
Damn.
Nice. He hit me up with the opportunity, because I was at Upland at the time for my freshman and sophomore year. I was going to transfer to a different school, and then he just like caught me right in the middle of transfer. He was like, "Hey, do you want to go here?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go there." Like,
did you already have an idea what the academy that you go to now was about?
No, I had no idea what it was.
Wow.
Because we'd be at practice, and then we'd just like joke about it, like, and then he ended up talking to my mom because he found out I was gonna transfer, and then he was like, "Yeah, you can come on a tour. We're doing an open house." I was like, so me and my mom went, and I was like, "Oh, this place is legit."
You're like, this is.
I didn't think it was all this.
What's that one meme? This is nice.
This is nice, girl.
Or the one
like rubbed it in or nothing.
the one with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's like, hot diggity damn. And now that's currently where you still are.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned in the beginning, all kinds of just if this is where you're gonna train and actually take it seriously, this is the right place.
Shout out to Ian, by the way. Y'all are getting me right, bro. You're getting me bigger, faster, stronger, smarter.
Seen his stories, like all things that like
you would think is baseball like player related, anything that's it.
This is gonna make it so much easier for him to progress because like these are all things when I was a kid that was like you had to search and search and search to find, and now he goes there. Like
it's really just like good. Like it gets you ready for college.
Yeah. You're outfielder, yes?
Yeah.
Any specific or just anywhere in the outfield?
I play center right now.
Okay.
Center's lit.
Okay.
Center's lit.
Nice.
I got a few. These were the ones I could think of just right away. When we're talking about gloves, although you just bought the ice cream glove, but your preference, Rawlings or Wilson?
I've always used a Wilson. I never used a Rawlings.
Okay. I feel like the more serious baseball players get, they all say Wilson.
What got you more in the Wilson than Rawlings? Did you just always use Wilson?
I just always used a Wilson. I don't even remember what glove I used in Little League, but
Once
I got trouble, I used a Wilson.
He did always use Wilson. I remember how hyped he was when he got his A2000.
Yeah, I think I've had like 3 different A2000s in my life.
That white one you had was nice.
The tan one?
Was it tan? Or
you have a tan one with like red, don't you?
I don't even.
I
don't remember my old one. That's the thing.
What do you use now?
Right now, I use the Oreo glove.
The ice cream one?
Yeah. Well, it's not the ice cream one. It's the serpent.
Okay.
It's like
the one you
snake.
accidentally bought?
The purple one.
The purple one, yeah.
The one you accidentally bought.
Nice.
Dude, that's crazy. I accidentally... Yeah, I'm going to go to the store real quick. So we were at BBG, and they were like showing off the Oreo gloves. And I went to go look at it, and I had this app where like it already has your information in, so you just press one button and it's bought.
Okay.
Like quick
it's all
easy.
pre-saved,
Yeah.
like your card
So
and everything.
I accidentally bought it. Like I was just looking at the price. And it was like this was like a couple months before Christmas. So I called my mom. I was terrified. I thought she was gonna kill me because it's like a $400 glove.
Yeah, it's expensive.
$400 bucks?
It's
expensive.
$420 or something like that.
Well, I mean, it's a customized glove though.
Yeah, no, it's super nice. So
Yeah.
I called my mom. I'm like, Mom,
Don't hate me.
don't hate me. I think I literally said that too. I was like,
Don't hate me, but don't check your
But
statement.
I was looking at the price of this glove, and it sounds stupid, but I accidentally bought it. And then my mom goes up to me. She's like, you just want it like for Christmas?
No.
I was like, yeah. So I just went and bought it again the next
so
day.
sick.
One company I got, but I'm not even sure if this is the second most popular. Louisville Slugger or Victus?
Right now, I'm swinging the Victus.
Okay.
I just got the Victus. They sent me a bat. They sent me
Wow.
they sent me their new bat that they
Nice.
just came out with.
Hell yeah.
How's it
I
performing?
used a Louisville Slugger though. When I used a Meta, I used that forever, and I ended up going to DeMarini, and I swing. I still kind of swing the goods now.
Oh,
Then
I've
the
used
goods
that
and the
one.
Voodoo,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I'm starting to swing the Victus Knox.
Okay. We did agree that we were not going to talk about colleges, like where Gabe's going to be looking, but how excited are you just for college lifestyle?
Dude, oh my gosh! I mean, I think
Dude, you're gonna blow up. You're gonna love
It's
it.
coming. It's only a few.
Dude, it's scary. Like I'm a junior already.
I'm jealous, bro, because I went to community, and I found YouTube, my love my job, halfway through, and so I did get my degree, and I finished. But I went to community, so I didn't dorm, and I know you didn't either.
Yeah.
And you, I assume, wherever you end up going, whatever the college lifestyle you find, you're gonna get like the whole experience.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
you're
I'm gonna
gonna-
get the whole experience.
you're gonna love
I think I'm gonna be responsible though. I don't think I'm gonna party crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like I
Be smart. Be like Gabe.
mean,
Get your sleep.
you know,
Study.
especially as an athlete out of school, you can't slip one dumbest decision, you're done.
Like
You're
I,
done.
I'm
You're
just
done.
I'm just bummed, especially when you play a sport.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm just bummed I didn't get to dorm. The dorming experience sounds so like a life lesson, but also so cool
It's
at
gonna
the
be
same
lit too,
time.
because I'd be with a teammate.
Oh
Because
yeah,
sports,
see,
you're with a teammate too, so that'd be lit.
That's so sick.
I have a handful of friends who got to dorm, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could have dormed somewhere. That would have been so cool. I don't know if it's just so cool to me because I didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's cool. Like he said, he's gonna get the full college experience.
It's not cool when you have to
So
pay
he's gonna meet everybody. He's gonna
Yeah.
be in
He
it.
says it's not cool when you have to pay for
Hey,
it.
hey,
It's
but
not-
no
okay, yeah,
student
no.
loans. No student loans.
No student loans. Shout out to Daddy Biden. Pay them off.
With you, you're probably gonna love it because I'm sure, like you said, it'll probably be scholarship, I think, and then you'll be with a homie. I know for the people I know that did dorm, they were just paired up with another person that came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's
and you just
terrifying.
gotta hope that you guys get along living in this little
Yeah.
dorm.
What's cool is one of my coaches, he went to Vanderbilt,
Uh-huh.
and he played on the 2019 championship team.
Ooh.
And he got drafted to the White Sox, but
Ooh.
Okay.
yeah. So but
What else?
But like
He went MVP?
what's so cool about it because he went to Vandy when in their championship run.
Yeah,
So it was
and
like,
everyone.
I was just like picking his brain totally like. So I was with like college life like.
I mean, yeah, that's got to be another
great
great thing for you. Being where you are, you have so many people there that you can pick their brains and learn from.
Oh yeah.
I don't even pay that much attention to college baseball, but I know that Vanderbilt and baseball are like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
isn't-
it's my coach's son that went to Vandy.
Oh my god.
Jason's dude, he's insane.
Like their uniforms are sick. Playing baseball there, you know if you're on that team, you know you're good.
Well, like off the
Yeah.
top of your head, like who do you know that went? I know for sure David Price went there, right?
Dansby.
Honestly.
Dansby
Dansby went
Yeah,
there.
Dansby went to Vandy.
Didn't Walker be one?
I think so, yeah. Walker
I
Buehler.
want to say
Buehler
Garrett
went
Cole, but
there.
I know he went to UCLA.
No, UCLA.
For
Okay.
some reason, Garrett Cole to me just seems like somebody who does not want to have fun.
No.
He's just like, I'm gonna play this.
Dude, that
game,
picture
and
with
I'm gonna do
Javi
best.
and Garrett Cole was the funniest thing ever because he just looks like he wants
Javi
to
and
know.
Oh
Garrett
my
Cole?
God.
That picture exists.
So yeah, we met Garrett Cole in the All-Star Hotel at the All-Star
Oh
game.
my god!
And he walked. It was the first person we met in that hotel, wasn't it?
I didn't meet. I didn't even go to. I didn't care.
Okay. He walked in, and I'm like, "That's Garrett Cole." And then I was like, "I don't want to," like, because he already gives off the personality that like, "Don't talk to me."
Yeah, no, dude, raving at.
Yeah. Even like before we saw him, like I just knew in general that he was that kind of what? I was gonna say it's not moving.
Shake a little bit. Shake.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna approach him slowly, not loudly to draw attention.
Maybe he won't bite me.
And I knew he'd get mad if like a whole crowd came.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
This is our hotel.
I was like, I'm just gonna walk over there slowly, and I did, and I was the first person to get a picture with him, and I was like, hello, Garrett. can I get a picture? And then he's like, yeah. And he was just like, deadpan. I hate everything. And then I'm like, okay. I didn't draw a crowd. And then I turn around and like 9 more kids are coming, and I'm like, I got mine. I was like,
But like most of the kids in there, I think they're like supposed to be in there because it was the players like hotel or whatever, and we were like in the main lobby.
fun fact, I don't think we were supposed to be in there. We kind of got away with it.
Dude.
We were supposed to be in there. Though. We were literally a part of All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. I had credentials. I deserve to be in there.
I had credentials of a man that canceled. That was amazing.
That event was crazy.
Yeah. I want to talk about All-Star Weekend. It was fun.
All-Star Weekend. But no, back to the hotel thing though. I was literally, I had my heart set on meeting one person now.
I wonder who it is.
You want to guess?
Mobo, you want to take a guess on who it is?
I'm going to guess Shohei.
No.
You didn't meet him though.
Jazz.
Jazz?
Yeah, I wanted to meet Jazz so bad.
No.
I just love how he plays.
And he did.
Dude, he got a lot of
met
swag
him
with it.
Twice.
Twice? Oh, that's right. The BBG.
Well, let's start from the beginning of that week. I didn't think I knew I was going to the All-Star game. I did know that. I didn't know I was going to do what I ended up doing. So Gabe hits me up to go to the All-Star house where the All-Stars are going to party and there's going to be fun and games. And he's like, do you want to go? I get a +1. I'd rather take somebody I know than my mom.
Yeah, that is no. I didn't want my mom sitting around there being bored, and she had no idea what it was, and I could tell she had no interest. So I was like,
I mean,
I'll take it.
I do also get it. I'd rather take a homie who's more interested in that thing.
Yeah, and it would have been cool.
Yeah, than a parent who doesn't know as much and is just like, what are we doing? I'm going to go sit on the couch. Let me know when you're done.
Yeah.
And so he invites me, and I'm just like, okay, I get to go to the All-Star house. And Gabe was already in the Creator Cup. And I was like, all right, cool. And then he does a filming promo for the Creator Cup at the All-Star house.
That was terrifying, by the way. I had no idea I was doing that.
They also just randomly were like, you were the host of this promo.
Yeah. And
what?
They just had me freestyle it, no paper or anything.
No
way.
way.
So say this, and I'm like, I literally had no idea what to say. I was like, I've
Yeah.
never done anything like this before. And they're just like, here, go ahead. We like your personality.
Yeah.
It's like, we like your personality. Here, go ahead.
And then they literally like, you can backflip? Can you do that, please?
I don't even know how that came up.
And then so they all the other people that were there filmed this promo for it. And meanwhile, I'm chatting. I'm off to the side because I wasn't a part of it yet. And I'm just chatting up the social media boss of MLB The Show.
This guy was rizzing him up.
I'm like, hey, man, what do I got to do to get in this next one?
This guy was rizzing him up.
And then I leave. And we go to the draft. We go to the MLB draft. And that's where things start to change.
Yeah.
So we're in line, and Gabe and everybody I'm with go in, and I'm like, no. Because they cut me off.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it. And it's because it was a capacity. And so they all get sent to the right, and then I get let in, and they sit me to the left. And I'm like,
oh my God. We really should have had credentials by then already to go in.
yeah. That also, I mean,
Was it like a bit of a mess?
We were just like losers until they finally gave us
we didn't
credentials,
get
and then we were able to
credentials.
go wherever we wanted.
we didn't get credentials to the day of our event,
Yeah,
which was the next day.
Oh.
yeah. So like we're just trying to get around places where, like I know a whole bunch of people. I know everyone walking past me, and they're just like, well, you can't go in. I'm like, no credentials, bro.
But that's where everything hit off. I got sat next to a man that changed my life, Gabe's life. Tony Todd is sitting directly to my left
Is that
behind
how
me.
you met him?
Yes.
So because they sat us on the right side, they sat him on the left.
Yeah, and then
That's
there was
where you met Tony.
yeah. So
was he standing?
no, Andrew Reynolds, Harold Reynolds' son. He was a row behind me, and so Andrew Reynolds is like.
No, he just freaked out.
So he's like, hey, man, he says he knows you. Can he get a picture? And I'm like, sure, of course. So we take our picture, and then Gabe texts me. He's like, there's an open seat on our side. So I'm like, all right, nice meeting you. We move over to their side. And then we sit, watch a couple pics, and then him and everybody else are like, we're going to go get some waters. We'll be right back. Like 30 minutes goes by. I'm like, do you guys get those waters?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're just standing in the back. Just come back here. And I'm like, okay. So I go to the back, and then I see Andrew again, and I notice the back of his jersey says Reynolds, and then I see Harold Reynolds doing MLB Network right there, and I'm
Put
like,
2 and 2 together.
I'm like, Reynolds. That's most likely his kid. And then he's like, oh yeah, Harold Reynolds is my dad. And I'm like,
Huh?
I'm like, really?
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, I've been watching your dad on MLB Network since I was your age. And then he's like, oh, that's crazy. Do you want to meet him? And I'm
Just, I don't.
well, at first he didn't. He said goodbye. Like him and
I
Tony.
really hope Andrew's watching right now too.
Oh yeah, he kept in touch with Andrew a tiny bit. He sent
Hey,
me,
Andrew, if you see this, text me, bro.
Yes.
You have my number.
and we said goodbye, and then like literally 1 minute later, he comes back and he's like, "Do you want to meet my dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then before all that, I got a text from Bobby that said, "Hey, they just lost somebody in the Creator Cup. Do you want to fill in?" And I'm like, "Double yeah."
Oh, dude, you were winning that weekend.
And so then Andrew takes us to the green room where only like the MLB players, the analyst, anybody who's a somebody is allowed.
That's so sick.
And we originally go back there to wait for his dad, and Tony's like, let's open some Topps cards on video. Let's go. You, Gabe, you, Austin.
No, I don't think I was with you then. I was with like Trevor, and I think we were with Jackson a little bit. Olsen.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, where's Austin? And we went and met up with him.
Yeah. And we were opening Topps cards. We wait a little bit. Harold Reynolds comes in. We meet him. Gabe got like a full seminar from a Hall of Famer, Eric Davis.
Really?
Yeah, we just had a long ass combo with Eric Davis.
That's so sick.
It was sick.
Tony was just in love with learning about YouTube. He was asking me like a million questions. He's like, this is what you do? And I'm like, yeah.
It was crazy because I just walked in and I was like, who's this old head just in there?
And then he starts telling us he knows everybody. He's like, oh, I know this person, this person, this person.
Did you believe him at first?
This guy, Tony Todd, probably has your mom's phone number in his phone. That's how much he knows people, bro.
Yeah. Tony knows everybody. He told me the other, when I went to the national championship with him, also thank you for that, Tony. He tells me a story about how he's in a suite with Ricky Henderson, Sean Casey. Like,
the crazy thing is he's not capping. Like, you think he's capping, and you're like, he actually knows that person.
He showed me proof. He always has proof.
This
So,
guy has receipts.
Dude,
Always.
this guy.
and then, so then that happens. And then the next day, like I said, Bob, I got to fill in for somebody in the Creator Cup. And they didn't have time to make a new credential for me.
Yeah.
So I got the credential of the guy who was supposed to be in it, who looks nothing like me. He's like, has a full beard. He's a little bigger. And
Mexican too, I think.
Yeah, it's a different race. And I'm like, I guess I'm this guy. And then we do our Creator Cup. Or no, that was 2 days later. The All-Star Red Carpet was the day before. And we were just going to stand on the outside of the fence and just be like everyone else. And then I'm walking with my camera and my credential on, and Gabe has his credential on. And then we don't even say anything. A security guard goes, media? And I'm like, yes. And then instead of the main entrance, he's like, okay, go this way. So we go around, and then we don't.
We definitely should have went through the back, area.
Yeah, because we didn't even go through the media entrance, I think, because we stopped because we saw another entrance that said credential entrance.
Yeah.
And we were like, credential?
We felt like those guys.
So I had Gabe.
You're just flexing them all. You're like, oh, I got him right here.
I had Gabe go first because his credential was him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm with him.
So they go, and then I flash mine. I always had mine turned around so you couldn't see the guy.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, yeah. And then he's like, okay. And nobody ever questioned it. But if anybody did, he had a big beard. So I was like, oh, I shaved. That was going to be.
You posing as this Mexican
I
guy,
lost my tan.
He had a beard like this big. So I was like, you don't know what I'd look like without the beard. That was what I was going to say. But no one ever questioned me. So then we go in and we're like on the red carpet. And then Andrew Reynolds is back. And he's right there at the interview stage. And he's like, Austin, Gabe. And I'm like, oh, what's up, Andrew? And he's like, just sit here with me. Like, they're all coming right here, like the biggest guys. And I'm like, whatever you say. The first person that came was Manny Machado. And
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
like...
He came up and dapped me up.
Yeah.
He was like, what's good with you? And dapped me up. And I was like...
I think
That's
all
why I
the
love
players assume if you're on the inside of the gate, then like you either have a family member that's related to like a job that's going on there. So they're just like typically more welcome to like be...
They're homies at that point. They're just like, hey, they're friendly.
They're just like, they're a part of this. They're a part of the production. He daps us up, goes up on stage. And me and Gabe agreed. Andrew was getting his ball signed by everybody. We're like, we're going to let you get your ball signed first. Like, this is your thing.
Obviously, yeah.
And then we'll ask for a picture if they'll take a picture.
That's cool.
So Machado does that. And I think Machado was the nicest one we met.
Dude, respect to Machado, bro. I've literally never showed this guy some hate. Like, ever. Because I think he's cool. Like,
people give him a lot of hate. And then off
Doesn't
the
deserve it.
field.
from a Dodger fan.
Off the field. He was really chill. He actually like conversated with us. So I think that's why I was like, this guy's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, he was cool.
And then after Machado, I think was J-Rod.
So, how you doing, buddy?
Huh? Is that what he did to
Yeah,
you?
he was like, how you doing? And I was like, Dad? No, but it was cool.
And then I think J-Rod was next, which was dope because he was breaking out and having this rookie of the year.
Literally.
I had a whole conversation with him backstage with Marika.
Because
Really?
they were that same green
Him
room.
and Alec Manoa.
Yeah, that same green room we were in the day before was where all the players would wait to go walk down the red carpet. So we were still able to go in that green room again, but we were on the red carpet because everyone was going. But we could have gone in the green room and chilled with them. But
I could just imagine you guys just pop into the green room and being like, "Hi."
At one point they were all in there because they were all waiting to go to the red carpet.
So how it worked was where the draft stage was. They would go out there and then they go on the little route, and then it would go back into the green room. So they would start outside.
It'd be a big circle.
It would end in. So if we were in there the whole time,
it would have been better.
We would have met way more people.
Yeah.
But we were with our boy Andrew. So
so then J-Rod comes up, and Gabe came up clutch because he said to J-Rod, we both got our pictures already, and then he's like, can you say what up to my boy Andy? And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Dude,
and then he goes, Andy, what up? And I'm like, hell yeah, he's going to love that. And then I think it was either Judge or Trout that came next. I think Trout. Bro.
Dude, don't
People
give
are
them
going to
out
get
for
that on
free.
Feet Finder, bro.
Shoot, my fault.
Don't give it for free.
Gotta keep the dogs out.
And then, they're gonna have to pay to get the
It's
right.
like a shoe cleaner. Like, hey, I cleaned the left one.
Trout comes out, and then I'm like, Michael.
Oh, you straight up were like,
Bowed to walk away. He was gonna go, and I was like, Mike. And he turns around, and I'm like, can I get a picture? Take our picture. And I told him, I'm like, I love the Angels. You're my favorite player. And he's like, thanks, man. Thank you. You know, I'm like, thank you.
Did you shake his hand or anything?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Probably.
Mike Trout,
Like,
I hate your son.
Again.
Wait, what was this? Oh, you didn't get a picture with him, right? Oh,
Trout denied you.
I'm about to get a freaking picture with this man.
Oh my god.
I'm literally I'm lined up, bro. This guy's child started crying.
Mike Trout's baby.
Yes.
yeah. He was all chill.
I'll love him and everything. But he started crying right when he was about to take the snap. He was about to take it. Then his child starts crying, and he's like, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Man. No.
And then Judge, I think it comes, and
His
Judge.
poor wife.
Oh my God.
His poor wife.
Judge.
Oh my god. He's like 6'7". His wife is like 4'11".
I was to his shoulder. Like you can see in the pictures, I'm to his shoulder, and I was like, wow. Am I this tall?
This guy's 6'2", bro.
not Austin like, I am a superhero.
Well, I mean, to be at Judge's shoulder, I was like, all right. Even people in my comments were like, is Spidey that tall? Like, because I was that, like, not that far off.
Dude, I was like up to his nuts. Like that's it. Like, dude, this guy was towering over me, man.
And his wife or girlfriend was really nice with you, wasn't she?
Yeah, we were having a whole conversation. I was just like, I'm sorry. Like you're... never mind.
He's awesome.
Yeah. She is tiny, bro.
And then Otani comes, and I'm like, Trout and Otani, this is amazing. And then I spoke a little Japanese to him, obviously like the basic one that like anybody knows, like arigato, and thank you. And I think I just said that after he took the picture with me. I was just like arigato.
Bro, his translator was sweating.
Ipe?
Ipe.
Not the translator.
Yeah,
It's
excuse me.
Ipe.
It's
That
Ipe.
was freaking name.
Ipe. Like
It's
the
Ipe.
best angel on earth.
His translator.
Dude, he was sweating bullets.
He was having a tough day.
What do you mean he was sweating?
He was sweating.
Dude,
like physically
he looked like
sweating.
he just ran
Yeah.
laps, bro.
Damn.
It was a tough day for Ipe.
Poor man.
That was it on the red carpet. I believe so.
Well, you told me
we
off
just
the
missed
carpet you
Jazz.
met
I
Roger
remember
Davis,
we just
right?
missed Jazz.
Yeah, we did just miss Jazz, and we just missed Soda. Soda walked by. There were two that went on stage.
Albert and
Yeah. There were two that went on stage that didn't take a picture with us.
Oh,
One was Albert.
No.
And I was like, I kind of get it because he's in the midst of the season where he's going to hit 700.
Yeah.
So I was like, fans in general, like you never know if they're like a dirty fan or if they're like a cool fan. Better not to risk it, I guess, especially in that season. And then Miggy was another one.
Wasn't his like nephew a fan?
Yeah. So while Miggy's on stage, he's talking to us,
Yeah.
his nephew, and the nephew's like, "Oh yeah, I used to watch you guys," and I'm like, "You? That's your uncle, right?"
Tell your uncle to watch us.
And I'm like, and then after he said he was his nephew, I'm like, "Oh my god, you are totally his nephew. He looks just like him,
No, yeah.
like
Really?
a younger version of him." Those were all of that. Then we went into the hotel later that night. That's where the Garrett Cole story happened.
So we met my boy Dan.
And then
Dan is the whole reason why we got down there.
in the hotel.
Remember, Dan was
Yeah,
like,
in the restaurant area.
yeah.
Yeah, because they got really strict after we
And
went.
then he was like, "Oh, they're with me."
yeah. And then Verlander also walked by. And I remember before Verlander walked by, Kate Upton walked in
yeah.
first.
No.
And I turned and I saw her, but I didn't realize it was her. And I was like, damn, that girl's cute. And I didn't know it was her because she was still a distance away.
Yeah.
And then she walks by me because I was just like, whatever. I didn't know. I just thought it was a random girl. And then Verlander walks by and I was like, oh, Justin. And he just kept walking. And then I was like, wait, if that was Justin, that was Kate Upton. Oh, my God.
Do you think you could have got a picture with her?
I would have liked to think.
I think he could have.
Yeah. And then
She was just there. Like she was
yeah.
walked in normal.
And then
I think Pete Alonso walks past us.
Pete Alonso, Corey Seager went up the elevator, remember?
Damn, heartbroken.
My heart stopped.
Jazz was at the front of the lobby.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying hi to everybody. And then that
I
was
see his manager all the time, by the way. He comes in the EM.
like constantly.
Yeah, he comes in the EM all the time.
Congrats to Jazz, by the way. MLB The Show 23
Yes, sir.
cover
Oh, yeah.
athletes.
That's my guy right there. Shout out to Mike, too, his man. He's cool. You saw one of his home runs, right?
In person?
Yeah.
No. I did. I don't. Maybe. Oh, wait.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Down the.
super high one down the
Yeah,
line.
down
When
the-
Tony was at that game, he was on the
Who?
Tony Todd. He was. They showed him on the.
The Jumbotron?
No, on like the video. Like if you go back and watch that home run,
Yeah.
like they cut to him because Tony was sitting with someone important.
Of course. Yeah, I remember now. The Angels walked it off that day. Off an error from the Dodgers' new shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Damn.
Crazy.
I was with red shorts at that game. And if you were to make a starting 9 of your favorite players, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
MLB. To Will Smith.
Okay, Will Smith, a catcher.
I mean, I feel like JT and Will Smith are literally like kind of the same. Like I feel like they're really equal.
I feel like
Besides defense, JT's a little better, but like
Yeah.
hitting, I feel like they're literally equal.
I think that's why people have JT ahead, just because he's
Just a slight defense.
yeah, and I think he's faster too. JT.
JT
Yeah,
got some speed.
catchers are slow anyway.
JT.
First base.
Okay.
First base. Oh, you can go with a lot.
Who?
You can go with a lot.
Huh?
Like there's
There's a lot of first basemen,
Good
I
first
mean.
baseman.
Yeah. So
Okay,
you don't have to
Vlad.
go in order.
Vlad.
Okay, so
Junior.
Will Smith, Vlad,
Second, Jazz.
Jazz. I knew that
Shorts.
one.
Shortstop. Ooh. I'll do Tatis.
Okay. Okay.
Third base. I'll do Machado.
Okay. So now just the outfield.
Left field.
They don't have to be
This
specific.
is outfield's tough, dude.
You could just pick 3 outfielders. They don't got to be like a left fielder.
I'll
a
do.
center.
I'll do.
Surprised you haven't thrown Mookie like right out.
I'll
Let me
do
get
J-Rod, Mookie, and then I think Juan Soto's overrated.
You think Juan Soto's overrated?
Not overrated, but like
I think he just had a down year.
I think so.
Yeah.
that guy didn't go to LA, so he's weird.
He got traded. He didn't sign.
Dude, no, I remember the All-Star game.
but
Everybody
then-
chanting that in the outfield.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so like,
No,
dude, it was hype.
future
And then,
Dodger. That's what they were chanting.
and then next thing you know, just Padre.
future Padre.
Yeah, but then I'll throw Trout in the center.
Yes.
Okay.
An angel made it.
I love it.
Okay. If the Dodgers were not a team that drafted you, if you were to make it to be drafted, what are 3 teams you would love to also be drafted by? Not because obviously I know Dodgers is an answer.
San Diego.
Okay.
I like their fan base. You can say whatever you want about the team; they're annoying.
They
I
do
know.
got diehards. I'll
But
give them
their
that.
fan base,
They get
is
electric.
Cool. Their fan base is cool.
Yeah.
And
So
then
Padres, nice San Diego lifestyle.
Padres, I'll go with just places I'd like to play in.
Yeah, like you'd like be like that'd be a cool team to play for.
I feel like I'd want to play in Miami.
Miami,
Dude,
I mean,
Miami
the Miami
would be
lifestyle is
Yeah,
just sick.
like right, like I know Jazz. That's like a perfect place for Jazz.
He's
That's
like,
what's
I just
crazy.
want to play
Isn't
with Jazz.
that what's- No, bro. I'm just saying Miami's cool, bro. And I really love their unis. I don't know what.
What?
You're
Oh my-
tripping when you say he doesn't like their.
They're terrible.
Dude,
They're not too bad, but they're a
not
little
bad.
They're
bad.
white
They're
with
not.
black lettering and a hint of pink and blue. A tiny dash. If your colors are pink and blue, how are you not making dope uniforms?
Yeah, they could have powder blues at this point.
They do, but they barely wear them.
Or is it like the deep blue?
They're
one?
they're like that aqua blue, and then they have their logo up here, but they like never wear them.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Although the City Connects are hard. The City Connects are hard. The red ones.
City Connects are yeah, okay, bro.
Are they not?
They are, but like dude, you can't just ride the City Connects.
Bro, okay.
Their
and,
unis are tough. What are you talking about, bro?
and then
Their unis-
the
I can
road
argue
one
with
is gray with black lettering.
Just a tad. I mean, okay, like
this
we're
guy,
no
dude,
better
their
with the
Angels
Angels.
have the stupidest unis ever.
At least
bro.
we don't use black, gray, and white. We
Hey,
have
our-
You
red.
guys are
Our City
so
Connect, those are
boring.
fire.
You guys are boring.
No,
like,
we're not.
Not really.
Okay, they could
white
use an
and
upgrade.
red, like that's boring,
I
bro.
honestly would love to go back to the 80s uniforms or the pinstripe uniforms.
California Angels, let's make it. Let's make it happen. Okay, so we have Padres,
Miami.
Miami. I feel like you'd be a
I
great
couldn't
addition
play
for
in
like
either.
Seattle.
I feel like Seattle could be cool.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, and their fans are crazy too.
Seattle fan? Well, when they're good, yeah.
No, yeah.
Andy,
Like when they're good, they're dope as hell.
Mm-hmm. They really are.
they got support, bro.
Favorite place you've traveled to? Because I feel like almost everywhere you've traveled has been a big group trip with us.
Not
So let me get-
necessarily. We have San Fran.
There's places that were just more fun because of like we did more stuff, and then there's places that were like just super cool. That
So let me help you out. I'll name them off so you have them in your head. There's New York, there's Philly, there's Toronto, London, Paris. Our trip to San Francisco,
Yeah.
and
was
I
lit.
think Chicago, Boston.
that's my only time to San Francisco.
Yeah, I want to go back this year. It's
Okay.
easy, it's an easy thing for us to do.
I liked London.
London,
London was lit. London Dungeon.
London
was cool.
Dungeon was fun.
That was so fun.
Dude.
No, and I loved Boston.
Boston is way more
Boston
fun.
was so fun.
Boston was cool.
What
Think
part?
about the bikes.
Oh,
I loved
God.
biking around.
You
my
would
boy
bring
Ozzy
that
Let-
up.
was
let's
in the
talk
trenches
about
with
it.
Okay,
us.
look.
This guy.
So we
got
made this discovery.
So heated, bro. No, you were OD, bro. You were
I was
overdoing
pissed.
it.
We made this discovery, me, Jeff, Sweater, and Art, when we went to Pittsburgh, that the best way to travel when you're out traveling,
way.
wherever, is scooters. Because they're
Scooters?
cheap and they get you everywhere. Especially in Pittsburgh, because it was such a small downtown. So then we applied that logic when we were in Boston, but they didn't have scooters. They had bikes. And
Like electric bike.
yeah, electric like city bikes, and I was like, all right, we'll do bikes. And then this stupid machine and stupid app would not take my payment, and I just got so frustrated I didn't go out. I was like,
He got so mad he went back into the hotel and just sat there.
None of it was working.
It's like, no, bro. That was so good. He just went back.
I remember being like, bro, I'll unlock a bike for you. Like, I got you. And you're like, no. I
was already
anymore,
too
no.
mad. That machine was being stupid. So then we go to Chicago, and I get more fed up because I finally get the bikes to work. And then this is our last day. So we're like, okay, we'll ride our bikes for a while.
Like, flew off the bike.
Oh, it was Uncle Slam and Javi. Because Uncle Slam stopped and Javi almost clipped Uncle Sam in the back.
Oh my God.
And to avoid him, he ran into a bush.
Okay, so when you
Not
get
gonna lie,
those,
Uncle Sam, you're not
when
that
you-
good of a bike rider. Just saying.
when you get those bikes, you can either get one that's manual and you got to pedal, or you can get one that you got to pedal but it's electric, so it goes a little faster and you don't have to do as much work. So everyone had an electric one except Uncle Slam. So we were trying to get him an electrical one from a different spot, and he was like, "Do I put my other one back?"
And we're on a time crunch, by the way.
Yeah, we were flying home that day.
What was it, like 4 hours till?
It
It was like 4 hours till.
So we
had to
went
be
to
there
eat
2
at
hours
this
before.
pizza spot. What's it called again?
Luminati's.
Luminati's, right?
Yeah.
So we went to eat there, and then we were like, everyone else was like, okay, we're Ubering, we're all them. And Uncle Sam was like, we want to come.
Yeah.
And then we're about to go, and he's like, oh, I don't even have the app or a
Yeah.
credit card. We're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Because Regina
we're like, what?
Regina started it for him and then let him go with us, but never told us that she was the one that started it. So when we were like, he was like, "Do I put my bike back?" I'm like, "Yeah, put it back so we can get you an electric one." And he puts it back, and then we're like, "Okay, now unlock a new one." And he's like, "I don't have the app." And I'm like, "Then how'd you get the other bike?" And he's like, "Regina did it." And I'm like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay, I'll do it for you on the machine." So I go to the machine and I put my card in, and he's like, "It's not unlocking." So I go to help him. Meanwhile, I forget my cards in the machine, and so I leave it in there and then go all the way back to our meeting point. We go to the airport, and I'm like, "I'm gonna get a snack for the flight." So then I take out my wallet.
That's why you were super.
Dude, I didn't know that until now.
Because he was mad. 'Cause after the bike ride, it was just taking forever. Like, we had to keep waiting and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
and then Uncle
Javi fell off the bike like
on the
4
way back
times.
to our meeting spot to take off to go to the airport. Uncle Slam separated from us,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, he went down the wrong street, and we kept jamming.
and we kept calling him.
We're like, where you at?
But the thing is, he didn't like go back to be like, "Why didn't you follow?" He just kept going.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
met him.
luckily that street ran back
Yeah.
into each other, and we were like, "Oh, thank God." But then, yeah, get to the airport. I'm gonna get a snack. I open my wallet, and my card's missing, and I'm like, I left it in the machine when I was helping Uncle Slam.
Oh, my.
No,
How pissed
I
were
was
you?
pissed.
He
I
was so mad. Oh my god. This was probably remember on the plane, didn't you like smack Ryan or something, or like smack something out of his
You
hand?
smacked Ryan?
he was looking. He kept
Okay,
staring at
Ryan,
me.
like when he knows you're mad, he'll
poke the bear. He'll just poke the bear. And so I didn't slap
I think it's hilarious.
I didn't
but
slap
he
it.
was-
I didn't slap his face. I like slapped his hat off his head.
Yeah, he went boom.
I went like this. But like, I didn't expect it to go that far. But I did it like fast.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, dude.
No,
I'm like, I'm pissed. So stop aggravating me. Like, stop making it
I
worse.
don't know why he feeds off
when
of
Austin
it.
gets pissed, he's pretty pissed.
Yeah. I won't hurt anybody. I won't yell at anybody. But you'll know.
Okay, that's what I do. Like, you don't like yell, you don't say anything. You're just quiet.
You just know I'm
You
pissed.
hold
You're
it
just
in,
silent.
though.
You just know I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Disney, we are back on that because your boys got a pass.
Yes,
And
sir.
your boys got a
Yes,
pass.
sir, I got a
So
pass.
Disney videos are going to be coming again. Disney trips. Mobo,
Don't stare at me like that.
where's your pass?
Don't give me that look.
Mobo.
Dude,
Where
a
your
pass
pass
is...
at?
Dude, it's so much money
Yeah, I
for the
can't
thing
blame
that
him.
like we've done so many times.
The only reason I got a pass is because Gabe has one, Javi has one, Kirsch has one, Chartreuse has one, Jasmine just got one, and my friend who I mentioned earlier also has one. So I was like, too many people have one, and I'm going to be bummed missing out, seeing stories. I'm like, I want to go. So I bought one. And I don't blame you. I don't blame people that don't get one because it's either $400 to basically be blacked out the entire year, $700 to be a little less blacked out the entire year. The one I have, which is $1,100, which you get a lot of days, which is good. And then the most expensive one, which is $1,700. Damn.
Dude, when I got I had an annual pass, bro. I had one in high school. It was my sophomore year to junior year. I was such a menace.
You're going to say the price.
$750
For the best one.
Yeah, the whole year with parking included and 20% off in the park.
It's $1,000 more now.
$750. That's what mine cost, bro.
When did they even start doing the keys?
Well, the keys was because of COVID. The keys was only because of COVID because
they just changed everything.
People kept going.
You didn't have to make reservations before, too.
That's what I hate.
Wait. When they released the Magic Key, you didn't have to make reservations?
Pre-COVID, when you had a pass, you could just show up.
Whenever.
Yeah.
As long as you know you're not blacked out, you're showing up.
Yeah, you could show up. You didn't have to go on your phone, pick a day.
It was just you have the card and you just scan it. And
now they also make you do, like, you have to pick a park you're going to start at.
I think that's always been a thing.
Has it?
I think it's been. It was like 11 though. You could switch.
A 1.
I thought it was before. It was like 11.
Back then, I don't know. But now it's 1. You have to stay in the park that you chose till 1. And I'm like, dude. And they got rid of fast passes. You have to pay for fast passes now.
I ain't paying for a Genie Pass.
Like before, you just go to the little box robot and you just be like, fast pass, please. And then it would tell you what time to come back.
I do remember that. But I like the Genie Pass now. I like it.
You like paying money?
It's cool. It's only $20. And it's really worth it.
It's only 20.
Only 20.
It was free.
Bro,
it was free, but it was like it was harder to do as much though.
Yeah, but
because like you couldn't just like schedule stuff like immediately. You had to go walk all the way over there, then wait way longer than it would be for a Genie Pass. Now, like if you went to Space Mountain, you would go at like 2, and then you get a fast pass, and it's like come back at 8 o'clock. You was like, what?
He's not like entirely.
Let me
wrong,
cook,
but it's free.
Okay, we're gonna let him cook.
I already cooked, bro. It's already finished.
It's delicious, bro.
You also know somebody that just got a pass.
I know somebody that just got a pass, and that's certain someone's going to be watching it right now. So, right on.
You know what you got to do. You'd be like crazy. Everyone's getting passes. You know my birthday's in April.
Oh, my birthday's showing up. Like.
Disney days are coming back, and I want to end this with a hard-hitting question.
Oh, no.
Gabe, to everybody playing baseball, growing up, you've known the pressure of it from a young age. What do you have to say to them?
It's keep it fun.
Yeah.
Whenever you try to make it too complicated, do whatever, you don't perform how you want. You just gotta have fun. I mean, there's been so many times where I've just been like so focused on having to do this, having to do that, I forgot the fun part.
Yeah.
And it would like, I would kind of like dread going to practice, dread doing this just because I wasn't getting stuff done.
Yeah.
And then I just found out the more I had fun, the more things came natural. So,
all right.
Yeah, follow y'all
wisdom.
jits.
Let us know how much you love this video, who you want the next guest to be. Thank you, Gabe, for joining us today. Episode 3 of Off the Field Podcast. Round it up. Like that video. Subscribe here to the channel. Subscribe to Austin Kleschka, my personal channel as well. You can follow all of us on Instagram. And, killer episode. Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.